Everybody keeps saying this, journalism's in the toilet. Everybody keeps saying that, and it's like, well, if everybody had that mindset, what would our profession be? I'm not a big fan of like the Twitter, the blog, and all that. I'm not a big fan of that because I think we're in an age now where I think speed is becoming more a priority than accuracy, and I disagree with that totally. I think if you're gonna, what's the point of having news on the web seconds after it breaks if it's wrong? Then it's not news. It's just misinformation. Learning those basics of journalism is extremely important, and what you do is when you bring those basics to multimedia, to online, then you have the complete package. So I see, I don't see journalism changing all that much. I mean, the basics are always going to be there. Everybody's saying all the demise of newspapers pretty soon. There's not going to be any print publications. I don't believe that. I believe that small towns, small communities will still have their little publications, and that'll serve them. So, but a world you know, without something physical would be sad in my eyes because that's history. When I think about journalism, I kind of view it as telling the stories of other people. Last I went into the ghettos of Potrero Hill and spent a couple of days with a family who had just lost a child due to random gun violence, and they were a family who didn't have a voice in the community. So I thought this is where I belong. People are interesting, and they need to be told about.
So I'd be sad if newspapers left strictly because of, nostalgia, I guess. And also, for my grandmother, if there weren't newspapers for her, I really do think that she wouldn't know too much about what's going on. Like even now, she lives in San Diego, so she gets the San Diego Union Tribune. And the paper's so thin. I went back to visit and it was just, half the size of it was when I was in high school. And I have to wonder what's missing. What news is missing? There's also social economic reasons why newspapers are more accessible for people. So I think that is why it's so important that print media stays around. People need to realize how our system works and how our system doesn't work. And I think journalism is an important aspect of that. I think that people, when they read the news, they're better able to govern their own lives. And I kind of want to be a part of that process. I don't know where journalism's going. I definitely know that it's going online, obviously. I mean, I can't even say going online. Journalism is online. Journalism is multimedia. But I think the more important question outside of the medium is, where is the reporting going? Where is the research going? Where is the ethics going? That's a question that I can't answer. You're hard pressed now to find a news website that doesn't include a blog where someone's opinion and someone's reputation is the only thing keeping it going. 2 years ago, if you would have told me that I would have an internship where I try and boil news stories down to 140 characters, I would not have believed you. I'd have thought you were ridiculous. And that's what I do all day. A lot of my job at Salon is doing their social media, trying to figure out how to get someone to read this news story with 140 characters, which includes the link to the story. I really care about journalism. I really care about what journalism does for people. And my hope is that everyone that has a job feels the same way. And if you don't feel the same way, get out, because you're wasting space for people who really care.